everyone. So we're going to do a really quick lesson to start off our section on finding real roots of polynomials. So now that you've taken the quiz, make sure you write down what your homework is going to be tonight. We're going to get through just a couple of examples to make sure that you are ready to answer these few homework questions. All right, so remember from quadratics that we find roots or solutions or zeros, these words all mean the same thing, of a function by setting it equal to 0. And these roots represent the place where a function, now a lot of people will say crosses the x-axis here, and the only thing I'm going to say is it's where it touches the x-axis. Now I don't disagree with that most of the examples you've ever seen show the function crossing the x-axis, but we're going to see some examples where that doesn't always happen. All right, so in order to find solutions or roots of polynomials using factors, one of the ways was that we factor first and then use something called the zero product property. And the zero product property says, hey, if we have two numbers and we're multiplying them and the answer is 0, then one or both of those numbers is 0. And that's how we actually get the solutions. So, all right, with that in mind, we're going to start our first problem. We're going to solve the polynomial by factoring. So first, of course, we're going to factor. So we're going to look for our greatest common factor here, which happens to be 3x cubed. And we're going to take out 3x cubed from all of our terms, which will leave us with x squared. Sorry, I'm using my mouse here. Plus 6x plus 9. And it's important to note that this equals 0, because that's why we're able to solve it. And now this next part, this quadratic in here, can be factored further. So that's 3x cubed times x plus 3 times x plus 3 again. All right, so the zero product property says, hey, we've got these three numbers. This is a number, x plus 3 is a number, x plus 3 is a number. We're multiplying them, and the answer is 0, so at least one of them is equal to 0. So this number right up here, if we went ahead and set that equal to 0, 3x cubed equals 0, most of us would just say the answer is 0, which it is. 0 definitely is the right answer. But every single one of these x's counts as a factor. This is really 3 times x times another x times another x. So all of those x's equal 0, which is going to result in 3 zeros as our answer from that one factor. And the reason why I want you to write them 3 will become clear when we finish this lesson next class. All right, and then finally these factors, these x plus 3 factors, if we were to set them equal to 0 and solve, we would end up with x equals negative 3 from both of them. So I'm going to write negative 3 twice. All right, so we have 5 solutions. All right, next question. Here we've got another polynomial. We need to make sure it's set equal to 0 first. We're going to bring that 36 over, x to the 4th minus 13x squared plus 36 equals 0. And then we're going to factor that one further because it's in quadratic form. And so it will factor into x squared. The two numbers that multiply to 36 and add 13 are 9 and 4. So minus 9 minus 4 and then finally each of these is a difference of squares. So it can be factored further again. And so this factors into x minus 3, x plus 3, x minus 2, x plus 2, which gives us, for our final answer, x equals, the first one gives me 3, -3, and then 2, and -2. So we end up with 4 answers.
Stop. Go get it. I need those.